Magandang gabi mga summoners, ako po si Vulcan, kasama ko si Commissioner ng LCL LVL, si Crazy Apple, or as I like to call him, Brian. So we're now moving on to our Game 2. Note that guys, for those who are just tuning in, we welcome you back to the Globe Conquerors Manila Promotionals. Moving on to our Game 2 from the Best of 5 series of the upper bracket.
Yeah, and in this Best of 5, Barcy Esports actually got first game and they won that game 1 very convincingly against Archangel.
So for those who are just tuning in guys, and for those returning to our stream, we thank you so much for tuning into our live cast here for the promotionals. But moving on towards the schedule 2 and also the points that we are facing right now. Game 2, as we are moving on from game 1, Barcy Esports, BE, was able to take 1 point from Archangel. From that, grabe yung kill score nun, it didn't even reach 2 digits for Archangel. Kasi they were going for the push game.
Yeah, and Archangel was going for more of a macro gameplay. Actually, at the start din, Barcy din eh. But they slowly racked up the kills hanggang natuturn nila yung mga kills into objectives. So that's why Barcy got to snowball that game and eventually won very convincingly.
And for those who didn't manage to catch our game 1, don't worry guys, we'll give you a short recap of what happened, which I think was one of the most highlight-worthy. The double push towards the inhibitor till the nexus onto BE side. But know that BE was able to take the Baron. That Baron, guys, everyone, that Baron was the reason BE was able to reverse everything and pressure back Archangel and put them in the top spot that they did to themselves.
Yeah, and also adding to that, apart from that Baron, Emperor on that Echo really showed us how to use that champion, and I would say one of the best Echoes I've seen lately here in the Philippines. And it's not exactly one of those picks that you usually go against a Zoe. And we've seen it probably is one of those picks that you can use to go toe-to-toe against that Zoe.
So looking on your screens right now, you can see the brackets here. So like I said before, at the start of our stream, we have the lower and the upper bracket. On our lower bracket side, Imperium Pro Team got a 2-0. They moved on to the next stage. But in the upper bracket, if Archangel or Barcy Esports, they do lose this match, they still have a second chance moving on to the lower bracket.
Yeah, and if either Barcy or Archangel does get the three wins today, then they will get that spot in the national qualifiers for the Globe Conquerors Manila.
And a chance. This the ticket towards, as you still, and I said before, yung chance dun sa world, yung national qualifiers for the Manila Conquerors. But before we go too much to the future, we need to face the present here as we move on to the dragon phase for Barcy Esports on the blue side versus Archangel on the red side.
Yeah, and right now, starting off with the picks and bans, yung unang ban ng Barcy Esports is that Zac. While for Archangel, mukhang gagayahin nila ulit yung style na ginawa nila kanina sa picks and bans na puro top laners ang kanilang ibaban.
And you know what's the same style that Archangel is going for? Everyone just tuning in, the same bans that we see throughout Game 1. Focusing on to who? Lando. So you can see on your screens here the last picks and bans. So to give you a further story of what happened in our Game 1.
Yeah, and nung Game 1, talagang finocus nila. You can see here the last picks and bans from Game 1. Makita nyo puro top laners yung binan ng Archangel. Specifically, marami dito mga champs na napakita ni Lando, like the Fiora, the Ornn, the Camille. And meron pa rin siyang na-pick na Shen, which was used to great effectiveness, especially paired with that Echo.
And looks like Lio will be picking up this Ezreal again because BE on their first rotation, they did pick up what? The Ezreal, and leaving the open Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa was picked in our previous game, didn't work so well for Archangel. Guess they know to play around that.
Yeah, and I'm actually pretty curious since hindi binan ng Barcy Esports yung Kai'Sa, but at the same time, finurse pick naman nila yung Ezreal, not opting for that Kai'Sa. So, baka alam ng Barcy probably a counter to Kai'Sa, or they're baiting Archangel to actually pick that Kai'Sa and they're actually hovering that Kai'Sa pick right now.
If they do lock in this Kai'Sa, which they will, this effectively kind of reminds me of the Game 1 that we saw before.
Yeah, and medyo curious nga din yung build doon ni Zensho. He was going for the reach rate, then a Nashor's Loop, a more magic damage focus build on that Kai'Sa. And also, ang target mo doon is yung evolution dragon on that attack speed for the invisibility. So, Medyo hindi ko sure how Zensho would perform right now on that Kaisa, but we're hoping to see a better performance.
Maybe for Zensho was depending on the extra AD from the Janus shield so that he can further focus on the AP and attack speed ratio. But let's leave it towards Archangel to decide on that. The Orn has to pick in their phase 2 pick, and a same pick going over to BE side. Despite the heavy pinch, I mean, we also saw the ban towards the Echo and the Vlad, and I think it will be a Shen and the Lissandra. Wow, is Lissandra being picked here?
Yeah, that's a very curious pick right now. Yesterday, we did see this Lissandra being picked into a LeBlanc, and usually kasi talaga counter-pick si Lissandra to LeBlanc kasi mabilis mo siya ma-lockdown. But in a way, medyo similar din yung thought process since medyo slippery din ang isang Zumi. So if you can lock her down with that Lissandra, I'm almost sure makukuha niya yung kill.
So I guess this will be the conclusion of our drafting phase. We hope that for BE and ARK, they do have a good game 2 as this is a best of 5 series. Bans-wise, heavy focus on the jungle, the top, especially on the Archangel side. On Orn to a Shen, at least for Ivolus, he can effectively control the Shen with the Forge Cut. Long range can cancel the Stand United, give them false hope. That maybe it will be a 2v5 or an even fight there for the Shen. But what I'm worried about is the pressure, like we saw before in game 1, where they really pinched Ivolus under his tower. 3-man dive, that was the first blood.
Yeah, and they can actually do that again kasi they have the Stranda, they have the Shen, and they have the Lissandra na madaming lockdown on that Lissandra. But at the same time, I think that RC will probably do the same strategy they did on game 1 na magiging delivery system itong Lissandra and kasama niya yung Shen. So I'm looking, or probably Archangel should be looking for anytime na mawala tong Lissandra, she might be going bot lane to take advantage of this Kaisa kasi mabilis yung 5-man gang.
So at least for that 5-man gang to happen, we know that there are tools to work around that. But on your screens right now, summoners, for those who are just tuning in right now to our second game, note that we are in the second game. Game 1 did go towards BE. So we're now moving on to the Summoner's Rift for the second game of the Best of 5 series. On your screens was the summary of our draft. Yeah. We did see the same picks happening. Moving on to our game.
Yeah. And right now we're actually getting into game 2 between Barcy Esports versus Archangel, wherein Barcy Esports did get that game 1. So we'll see here if Archangel can answer back.
Yes, Barcy Esports will be playing on the blue side, whereas Archangel on the red side.
Yeah, and right now, these two teams are just medyo standard lang. Standard fan, nakakakitaan lang sila. So, no early game shenanigans from any of these teams.
I actually wanted to see some shenanigans, and I think Chisto did mention that dun sa game 1 natin, na first date sila be at ARK. I mean, first date ended quite well for BE. They got a win there. But now, moving on to second date, you know, this is what I think, Apple. When it comes to first date, you just want to be friends. Second date, you were kind of interested. Okay. Third date, you're into each other. If it reaches towards the fifth date, fifth game in the Best of 5 series, you know you got to seal the deal.
Okay.
She's the one. She is the one.
Well, if umabot nga naman talaga ng fifth game, one of them is gonna seal the deal either way.
So maybe we better see each other's people. Maybe game 3, if it's a game 3, 3-0, we should see other people. I mean, I got bored of you. We need to move on. But now, let's see. Can Archangel try and make BE commit to more games of our Best of 5 series?
Yeah, and right now, wala talaga shenanigans. Wala din gano'n nakakitaan. Though, BE's bot lane right there just got a harass on Coops.
That's a huge chunk of damage onto the Nami, but it's okay. Ebb and Flow is there for the heal.
Yeah.
And now I want to see Graves being picked in this game. Arguably the best jungler in this patch.
Yeah, kasi slowly Graves was getting all these buffs slowly per patch. And right now, since may ganun kasing effect na, let's say, one jungler wasn't really getting a lot of love or like one champion, pero dahan-dahan siya na lalagyan ng these buffs, then yung iba na nerf na due to meta changes, umaabot sa point na siya na yung nagiging most dominant champion in that role.
Quite almost a guaranteed free elo, if you would say, if you know how to use it effectively. Not to mention the changes towards the Rift Skull Crab, giving a lot of golden experience. So maybe we can expect some action in the river, maybe not.
Yeah, and nako-curious ako, ang daming na-hit na kleptomancy stacks nito Delier. Nakita ko lang kanina na puno yung inventory niya. But ginamit lang niya yung ward and the mana token.
Okay, that's a bit too risky for... Okay, flash was used by The Karma going in for some kill. A first blood onto Rocks. The Graves that can potentially snowball in this game. Wow.
And ang galing din ng ginawang cheese strategy ng Archangel. Actually, Graves just finished his red buff. Tinime niya, alam niya yung time how long Venus would be able to go to his red buff. Though alam din ng Barcy na baka gagawin to ng Archangel. It wasn't enough. Natamaan kaagad ng double buffer ni Trevor, si Shanna, and that's how they got the kill.
Okay, Lando taking a lot of damage and abuse from Ivalice. Meanwhile, we're seeing across the mid lane wise, I think Rox is not just happy with the red buff, want to take more camps from this Trundle. Now going for the Scuttle in the river. This is kind of good for Archangel.
Yeah, and maganda din naman ang answer back ni Venus. Right now, nandoon siya nga sa Raptor camp ng Archangel. So, trying to answer back, trying to get a bit more gold from that side of the map.
I mean, first blood onto the Graves is great. And we did always peg Graves in this patch. Other jungles got a bit touched, but Graves just rose so much in popularity.
Yeah, and kanina din doon, kudos din to the mechanical ability of Rox. Makita natin how he times his auto attacks para and also yung distance that he needs to be in front of that Karma para maximize yung full damage ni.
Not to mention yung timing ni Ivalice for that shot. I mean, the same time that Lando went for the Shadow Taunt, same thing goes for the Orm because he did see the Trundle visiting towards the top lane. There was a ward, so Ivalice is okay for now.
Yeah, and itong mga teams na ngayon, just regular early game, trying to farm it out. Siguro magiging crucial dito when Emperor and Lando hit 6. Lalo na yung Shen ultimate combos with that Lissandra for bottom lane. Baka magandang 5-man camp when they both get their ultimate.
So much damage was denied from the Spirit's Refuge. Now Ivalice does not have mana for some extra trades with the Bellows Breath, and now Lando will be happy with that. Does force him to recall.
Yeah, and medyo nagkaroon talaga ng damage advantage din doon si Lando because he got that first back. He bought 2 long swords. So nakipag-trade lang siya sa kay Ivalice. But right now, I think Ivalice is using his teleport to go back into lane.
So I think kanina, Brian, we did see what happened in the bot lane. This Nami is easily pokeable by the Karma because Pokeball. Hindi. Pokeable. I mean, easy to poke. Because medyo mabagal yung Nami, medyo predictable the movements. You gotta stay close to your ADC to land those heals and really effectively use the ebb and flow. So they're really chipping down yung healer mo.
Yeah.
Bago ADC.
Also, that's a good point right there. Also, maganda din na na-recognize din yan ni Liar and ni Shanna kasi this Ezreal Karma bot lane, masakit talaga yung poke nito. And yes, you do have the Nami pa, that's ebb and flow, you do get that regen. At the same time, medyo nahihirapan to the from Kaisa's point of view to farm. But we see here that Zendra's actually doing a real good job of it.
And CS-wise, it's not that far behind. Yeah. And I think we did point out this Ezreal Liar has been stacking up those Kleptos really, really well. I mean, put on your inventory, I'm pretty sure he has a lot of gold on his hands.
Yeah, and I just noticed that actually Liar did have that Doran shield, which ibig sabihin doon na ini-expect niya din yung damage coming from that Nami. Kasi it's pretty easy for a Nami to harass you. She's just gonna walk forward, cast Epic Flow on you. It's a point-and-click skill. So it's kind of free harass, but at the same time, it tells me that Liar is just looking to skill, get his items, and secure his tier of the goddess.
Okay, looks like the Ezreal is stacking a lot of gold. I kind of want to see the gold on this Ezreal. But as Apple said, puno yung items ni Ezreal kanina. But let's see. All throughout the game, First Blood did go towards the hands of Rox due to the invade that happened in the red side. For those who are just tuning into our stream, thank you so much for dropping by. So now when it comes to the promotionals, Apple, it all comes down to your upper bracket in a best-of-5 series trying to win their slot in the National Qualifiers.
Yeah, and pressure din yun for these teams, syempre, na thinking about if we win this, rekta na kami doon. It's easier for them and there might be a fight right here.
Looks like a huge chunk towards the Lissandra. Forced to use the Tomb to regenerate some health. Fortune coming in. Calls in the Standing Knight. Oh, did miss the target. But in the end, looks like Trevor will be taking on Emperor. What a coordinated gank coming from Archangel.
Yeah, and Emperor there, tinayin niyang bumalik, tinayin niyang kasi kasama niya siya and baka may fight dito sa blue.
Oh, he was going for the engage there. The bubble does connect through the Toronto. Gets choked by the Zoe. Wow, this is 2 members wiped out from the map and Archangel invading the blue side.
Yeah, and good rotation from Archangel right there. Na actually, medyo greedy din from Venus na going into the blue buff, to their blue buff. Nakita lang nila na may tatlong members ng Archangel doon, but also good on Archangel to actually get that kill. And going back to that kill on Emperor, nakita nakaalis na siya, naka-flash over the wall na siya. He opted to go back kasi nasa kanya yung Shen ultimate, tried to get that thought, but Trevor had that flash and that cleanse, which was enough for him to get out scot-free.
And with that, that's more than enough for you to just lock down the Lissandra. I mean, Emperor did what... I think the timing, dun sa timing ni Lissandra. Frozen Tomb, as soon as he got some heal from it, got the shield, they really wanted to turn things around. But when they saw the Forge got being channeled in, that's a no-go. They should have just backed away.
Yeah, pero may kita din natin doon yung power talaga of an Architect na ang layo pa lang kaya na niya mag-contribute to a fight and mag-engage. So, yeah, medyo kahit meron kang lane priority, hindi pa rin talaga ibig sabihin nun na you'll get there first.
So, whoever goes for the first come first serve basis to yung mga laro natin dun sa game 2. And for BE, now facing a deficit of 3 kills, but goal-wise, still okay. But I wanted to point out that the cone is funneled towards this grave, so this will be dangerous if they keep going this way. Going in for the bind towards Trevor, gets the block there, traps him in that ice! But Venus will be the one to pick it up there.
Yeah, that was a good grab, but Archangel right now is going for this dragon.
Okay, without Trevor, this is a 4v5, 4v3 for now. So, Sanguine is not available, teleport is coming through here, but Zencho will be the one to wrap up Venus. Taunt only connects onto the orb. They're focusing on the clips, looks at Lana, flashes and takes down the Nami. Now they're going towards Ivalis or Rocks. They did manage to push them away from the Mountain Drake. Can they go for more here? Lando taking a lot of abuse. Lando getting up to the air. Lando being the target from Zencho, and he does taunt away from here. But Zencho chasing him down. He does not have any more mana. Does have the Rebel going into Liar. Now going into Lando. Spirit's Refuge is denying some damage there. Liar does go away. Does flash over the wall towards the blue side. But Trevor with his eye with the tribute, with the pull, with the paddle storm. Wraps up Shana. And as for the final touch, the Zencho will be taking down Lando.
Yeah, and I think at the end of that fight, it was a 2-for-1 or like a 3-for-2 in favor of Archangel, and wow, so sobrang tagal ng fight na yun, umabot pa sa point that Trevor was able to contribute to that fight. And so una, it looked like very aggressive call coming from Archangel na nawala lang yung mid laner nyo. He just died from a gank. Now they were getting that dragon, and it looked like they were about to get it. Pero maganda din yung response ng Varsity to try to fight for that dragon, but medyo naging matagal na masyado yung laban, and Trevor got there and finished off the fight.
I guess for Archangel, from our game 1 we saw, they were going for a strategy that's pretty much like just pushing it in. This is different. Game 2 is different here as we are going into the replay. This is how it planned out.
Yeah, and at the start, it looked like Archangel was in the driver's seat. Medyo back and forth yung fight na to. Emperor was looking like he was about to die, pero Lando singling out Probes, taking down that Nami. Essentially, signal the retreat for Archangel. Pero dahil dito, ang ganda din dito ng mangyayari wherein Rox was trying to get some aggro. They were all juggling aggro. Lando was getting the aggro from Zencho and Ivalis. And isang hit na lang si Lando, kaya siya hinabol dito ni Zencho. Mamatay siya dahil sa 5-stack passive. He immediately got that Spirit's Refuge. Para hindi tumagal pa siya, na-block pa niya yung autos. But Trevor right there, nakalating siya eh. The fight just took too long for Varsity to take advantage of the fight that they wanted from earlier.
Took too long enough for Trevor to come back from the fountain. I mean, the numbers advantage is great as long as you have it, but if the fight is, as Apple said, guys, is extended, what's the advantage anymore? Nothing. It's more of a liability at this point as we're looking at the kill score 4-6. Gold lead, surprisingly, is now even up. Yeah, I'm still stressing you, where is it focused on?
Well, still, for Archangel, focus on the base. May TP dito.
They're going for a defense here. BE did manage to get the first turret as Archangel has 0 turrets on their score. They're going for the top lane outer turret. It's quite low. Good. Making his way in.
Nakakatawa doon si Liar. He was going for that TP. They were thinking of killing Okay, there's another fight here in mid lane.
Okay, Rox does flush towards the third range, getting some life steal there. The minions will be doing the tickling towards Rox, and Shanna will be the one to kick the kill. True Shot Barrage was used for the attempt to snipe by Liar, does not connect. So in the end, that wraps up that clash.
Yeah, and very messy turn of events right there na it all started with Varsity trying to get that TP on top lane para ma-pick off yung nag-split push from Archangel pero nag-react sila kaagad with that ward. Now recognizing na walang TP from that ward, they immediately went for that mid lane, punishing naman yung overextension ni Rox. And yeah, naipit siya eh.
Oh, what an aggressive dive coming from Ever, flashing it, tombing down that Nami, but in the end, that would be a price that he has to pay for a 1-for-1 in that tower dive. Still could not even take down the turret in the mid lane.
Okay, if yung mga viewers natin ngayon lang bumabalik, if pinanood nyo yung Game 1 kanina, walang semblance tong Game 2 ngayon. Game 1, sobrang daming macro, ang daming rotations, konting kills. Ito, just balls on aggression, getting kills all around.
As huge shift in dun sa strategy entering Game 2. I guess there's done feeling out each other as Game 2 could be how Archangel really loves to play skirmishes and clash. I mean, they don't want to go for those. Wait a minute, I'm seeing across the map some invasion, but I guess, okay, that would be a hold off there happening for now. I mean, BE, they do have a kill score of 6 to 7, yeah, but 2 turrets on their hands. Next trick is Mountain. Can they do something about this? Because as you guys see here, when it comes to Archangel, they go for those, let's say, what's the right way to say it, Apple? Like, they know that they can turn things around. A delayed fight will be a fight for them to win.
So, in a way, parang Archangel is waiting for these fights more reactionary sila and trying to absorb the pressure, then bouncing it back.
Oh, kasi if you think of it this way, BE, they only have the Lissandra. I mean, Burst is gone. Wala na. Shield is expired. Wala na. So, Archangel is really just playing that game here.
Yeah, so they're trying to delay, trying to kite some fights. And yeah, I think that is a good point, especially if ma-burn mo yung ultimate ni Shen. It's a pretty long cooldown and it's pressure out of the map.
Flash done connecting onto the guys. Zencho does flash away and blink too. So I think that would be a safe escape from Zencho. We are seeing the Eye of the Herald being spawned. The pillar was a bit too far. Was going for the cancel. Didn't connect. Only the slow was able to proc. And now they effectively spawned the Herald. Mid lane looks pretty bad here as that will be an instant chunk. Teleport will come in from Zencho. That's the wave, tidal wave for the security. They have taken down. Shanna is gone from that fight. Now it's a 4v5. They have the numbers advantage and they have the Herald spawning it down. Forces coming in, going on to Lissandra. Does dodge from the knockoff. Isola was in safe to save, but Trevor was there from the flank. Going out to the tunnel, pops the power card. Looks like Venus will be taken down by Rox, and meanwhile Liar will be sniping. The Nami was going for the Graves, but still. I need to trade up for now, but looks like if you look at it closely, Archangel took a lot of value from that.
Yeah, and it was a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Archangel in the end. Pero they did get that mid lane turret. So, lamang na lamang sila in terms of that trade. Pero maganda ding rotation coming from Archangel, noticing na nagkaroon ng aggressive action in that bot lane. So medyo alam nila na we have the numbers advantage here. Let's pull the trigger. Sayang lang dito mama yung pillar ni Venus if that would hit. Wala yung referral, probably they would have lost that turret.
They wouldn't even have lost a lot of members in that fight because they lost the turret, they lost 2 members, so that's BE. Now lagging behind just a bit in the kill score, but if you look closely, again at where the goal is centered on, the Grave, the Zoe, that's where all your money should be at. Also the Kai'Sa now picking up the Stinger. I think he's gonna go for the National, still going for AP more.
Yeah, and medyo malakas din naman talaga ang AP build on Kai'Sa kasi mataas ang AP scaling niya, even your passive as an AP scaling. So, in the end, AP does really give stats well for Kai'Sa.
And upgrades too, or
yeah, and nakikita natin dito, Zentra actually trying to go for Lando.
Going for some chip there towards the tank. Here we do see Venus. Just in case things go really bad, is there for backup, but 2 members is not enough to stop 4 members, especially when the Graves is kind of fed. Okay, now closing Emperor.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, I think they're just gonna get away and try not to pick this fight. And good answer from Barcy, recognizing may numbers advantage of Archangel. It looks like they're trying to start with Dragon.
Here comes Mountain Drake, started by Archangel. We're seeing Trevor on that wall, trying to scout any members who can go for a snipe. Oh wow, it does connect it towards the tunnel, delaying him down, seizing him down, enough for them to take down the mountain drake. That's what they need, time, and that will be a successful take for Archangel.
Yeah, and good bubble there coming from Trevor. Dahil doon, na-sleep yung Trundle. Sigurado na silang walang ibang pwedeng kumuha with that smite, and they might just push siege here in the mid lane.
Okay, be careful guys, watch out for the bubble from Trevor. And when you do fall asleep, that will be the end for you. You won't wake up anymore, because let's face it, Archangel at this point, they really want to go for the end here. I mean, from that game 1 we saw before, that's something that they're not happy with.
Yeah, and right now medyo mabalik ulit sa feeling out phase both of these teams. Especially, medyo I feel like the Varsity na slightly behind sila in terms of the tempo. Ang nag-lead talaga ng tempo for the past few minutes was Archangel. Madalas sila yung may unang numbers advantage on the lane. Yung your Herald take earlier and the tower take earlier. So I think Archangel does have the tempo for this game, and if matuloy-tuloy na lang nila get these objectives, probably secure the Baron in the next few minutes, they can be locked in.
I'm pretty sure you feel good right now, Apple, as we're seeing a gang happening in the top side. Emperor does get locked down by the tidal wave, and he does buy some time with the tomb. He does buy enough for him to take down Cook. Could this be the reverse? He could go for the triple. As for his first, they're chunked, they're clipped in, but oh, what a deny from Ivory's Palms to state that Stopwatch is gone. Does not buy enough time for Trevor to go in here. And now a shift in from the Astros, chucking him down. And the shift in, and the Trevor, oh, wanted to go for the escape, but in the end, that is going to be an easy pick up for Liar.
And right there, Barcy Esports answering back lahat ng doubt na sinabi ko sa kanila kanina that Archangel has that tempo. They just turned it around, get a 4-for-1, and there might be a delayed ace.
Oh, Zensho going in for some kite. He does not have any more mana. I mean, sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong, Apple, sometimes I do see Kaisa's. Okay, hold that up for a while. Let's go to the replay first.
Yeah, and we're starting off with the replay right here sa top lane. Kung saan natamaan Evilus with that ult.
What a turnaround here.
Yeah, and nag-flash in pa si Emperor, knowing full well kung how much damage he can deal and just buying enough time para makarating the rest of the squad from Barcy Esports. And on the run biglang Archangel, nila sila, oops, wait, kulang tayo. Mas masakit ang bawa sila. And that just Archangel got mowed down, and Trevor is in a bad spot right there. Liar was able to track him down, and wala, kahit mag-ult ka Zoe, babalik ka pa sa pinanggalingan mo at the finish ka lang ni Liar.
That wraps up the replay there, and not to mention, I want to point out that Lando did have to stand united. Pagka-CD lang yung ultimate niya. If sayang talaga kay Emperor, no?
Yeah.
He did give the shield towards Emperor, but most likely that was a bit of a timing issue. CD cooldown. Did I take note of that? It's okay because they turned things around in the top lane.
Yeah, and right now, it feels like Barcy is in the driver's seat again. Itong laban talaga ng Barcy and Archangel the past few minutes din is medyo pull and push. Now, one team would get the tempo, then a big fight happens, makukuha na kabila. But the thing is, Barcy did that in a more grand fashion. Mas malaki yung ginagawa nilang fights para makuha nila yung lead, while Archangel, the series of small mistakes na ginagawa ng Barcy, and doon nila nakukuha that lead. So, I feel like if you make small mistakes, mas mabilis mong mawawala yun eh. Mas mabilis mong mapapatch up. So if Barcy doesn't make small mistakes, then wala nang kayang makapitalize ang Archangel, and they might be able to finish the game.
And now we're seeing here for Archangel. Now they're going for quite a tough spot. I like what you said about yung smallest mistakes, not to mention yung, if you're, for the guys there watching just for now, tuning into our stream, we welcome you here, but we want to tell you what happened in game 1 to give some light to what Apple said. As for Archangel, when they played that game, ang daming mistakes sila doon sa game 1 natin. But coming game 2, sobrang iba yung strategy. Not anymore macro, more on full on skirmish and clash. That's what they shine on. And that's what Archangel's going for. But PE, still, they know what they saw in game 1. Yung small mistake ginagawa nila, especially when it comes to trading things off.
Yeah, and arguably, masasabi mo, punta in a more solo queue style na naman ang Archangel kasi mas more fighting. Yes, mas gusto natin syempre, mas maraming action eh. But at the same time, nakikita mo pa rin na alam nila how to play the macro game. Laging they try to take advantage na mas marami sila sa mapa, on that part of the map. And pag naka-complement yun, you feel?
No, it's not.
O
There is...
pahalangan ni Emperor.
Oh, Emperor, nice there. That's the small details.
Yeah.
Shout out to an MVP, the real MVP, where he does block the shots for the support, yung si Shanna.
Yeah, and good guy mid laner right there, Emperor.
Okay lang yan, he does have the frozen tomb, so we can regenerate him now. Okay, looks, we're seeing a lot of action dun sa bot lane, especially yung love tap ni Zencho kay Lando. Yung refuge talaga, yung sobrang deny yung mga basic attacks galing kay
Yeah, and yung strategy kasi ng Archangel so far has also adding to their what strategy they've been doing for the past few minutes is si Zencho lagi on the side lane, just farming it up. And that translates to just getting Zencho ahead. Yeah, and he does have that Rage Blade and that Nashor's Tooth compared to the Triforce and the Muramana, while Liar already is stacking up the second tier. Pero the later this game goes, dahil more auto-dependent si Kaisa, and if Zencho does build crit, mas masakit ang damage output niya kesa kay Liar, kahit mag-double tier stack to si Liar. So if this game goes for another 10 to 15 minutes, Archangel does have a huge chance that Zencho will carry this game for them.
But without a doubt that for both of these teams, I think when it comes to wrapping the game up, it's easier said than done because, as you said, Apple, si Lion, nag-stack siya ng second tier item nga. I mean, that would be a lot of damage, not just from the Q, but also from, not just from the Mystic Shot, but also from the True Shot Barrage, which we saw in Game 1, how a lot of damage was being dealt there. So, BE really waiting for the scout. Not only in the Ezreal, I kind of think they're also going for the Lissandra.
Yeah.
So for Archangel's side, Kai'Sa is picking up the NLR.
Oh, so I think Zencho right here is opting more to get that death cap.
I think so. More AP, better. And you did say, ang ganda ng AP scaling ni Kai'Sa. Not to mention, but stack dun sa passive ng Nash. Yung extra AP is what you want. And can effectively make it Lando's life really, really difficult.
Okay, kala ko magiging big fight yun. Yeah, to add to that, maganda nga yung AP scaling ni Kai'Sa, but from personal experience, I've also been playing around that AP Kai'Sa build. I don't actually agree building a Kai'Sa like that when you're against someone like a Lissandra. Kasi medyo less ang opportunity mo to throw your auto attacks, which is kapag ganito yung build mo, you're also relying a lot on proccing your passive, the fifth part of your passive. And I don't think kaya mo magbato yun as much as you would want.
And not to mention, I do agree, because Lando does have the Spirit's Refuge, which denies yung basic attack. But I think for Zencho is relying on the trouble from the Zoe. The trumpets were heard, but the waves are crashing in the mid lane, and Zencho going in for the flag with the Kai'Sa onto the Karma, trying to proc that passive. Well, cannot stack it anymore. He does connect it towards the Karma, will not go towards Shanna just yet. Oh, wait a minute. Coops is low. I think they're signaling the Baron call. It's okay. Meron silang Kai'Sa. I mean, they can quickly turn things around, but it's still risky
they might
here.
Go for the bait.
Lana goes in for the face check here. Launch to come on to Zencho. He does back off. Now it's going to be a fight here as Ivan is just tagging the shots from the Ezra. Look at Flash was burned by Lana. Too much heat there. Rox going in there. Oh, a flash shot to reverse everything here. Rox has been moved. Going for a flash by Trevor. Then now they're going on to a two-man like a by Ivan, but in the end, only Lando taking a double kill in the Riverside.
And that was actually a super ballsy call from Archangel. Hindi ko na I mean, I understand na you were going for that bait para to get more kills from Barcy and probably getting that Baron. Pero super low si Coops and medyo low din si Tebernon. Nung nakiliti lang siya ng Baron, hindi niya kayang pumwesto enough to deal most of his damage. And Barcy, great job right there, just kiting the fight, slowly taking down the two tanks from Archangel, the one tank from Archangel, which is his Ornn and Rox. Ang ganda din doon ng flash taunt na ginawa ni Lando para to basically shut Rox down. Shut Rox down and deny him any kill because they were really close to dun sa wall. And if Rox pops that Q, boom, easy proc. I mean, easy burst. So doesn't want that to happen. Does make the remedy. Zencho taking a lot of damage from
Lando, grabe. Second ni Lando. Spirit's Refuge is there to just deny some damage. Zencho trying to kite his head. He's getting some life shield. Oh, he's going for the kite here. And the one hit there. And look at that. Zencho with the outplay there towards Lando.
Oh my God, Zencho, man mode right there. Sabi ni Lando, kaya ko tong fight na to, tara, laban tayo. Pero Zencho, sige, tara pare, laban din tayo. Taking down one more hit. Isa na lang yung, isang hit na lang eh.
Sa bot lane, Kappa. Look at that. For Zencho to just challenge Lando. I'm not scared. I'm okay. I know to carry with the Kai'Sa, grabbing heal din, and not to mention, once the Spirit Refuge is gone, I mean, what are you? You're not building any AP. I'm okay with it. Lando's not supported, not present in this fight. Looks like Archangel will be wrapping out here with picking up Emperor and the Trundles. Venus is gone now. 3 members wiped out from the map here as they are now going towards the Baron.
And for sure, this is the Baron for Archangel unless may sneaky ultimate come from the Ezreal at hindi tumama yun. And yeah, Archangel gets that Baron. Hindi ko yun masisi si Lando at si Zencho na lumaban ng part na yun. Kasi like, may mga 10-15 minutes na sila nagtititigan sa bot lane. Mainit na yung dugo ng dalawa eh. Gusto nila maglaban and at that point, nagkaalaman na kung sino yung better player on that bot lane.
Oh, looks like that's a huge statement there. Maybe Lando needs to prove himself or there's a bit of a wound there, but yeah, I do agree. It's not just that instance now. They just moved it in towards the bot lane. Zencho and Lando, ang tagal nila dun sa bot lane, pushing out the waves, trying to match each other. Even when the outer turret was still alive, was still standing, they were still at it. And I guess that ends the deal here. Looks like Lando has to be a bit more careful, but look at that, guys. After that fight, Lando knows what to do. Gets the adaptive helmet. Yeah, that's a lot of damage denied from the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, and maraming damage because of the passive na subsequent magic damage from the same source will deal lower damage. Because Zencho going for this fight.
Oh, I don't think that adaptive helmet will help him here because the red. Wow, he can't run away here. Lots of slows happening onto Lando. Wow, Zencho just going for that shred towards that tank. Despite the adaptive helmet, despite the Ninja Tabi, Zencho is just 601 with so much damage from his AP.
Okay, bumabawi na si Zencho from his game 1, from his poor Kai'Sa performance in game 1, and to nail the point that I am a good Kai'Sa, nilagay niya yung corpse ni Lando on that bot lane.
And now from that clash that we saw dun si Kai'Sa, and yeah, game 1 Kai'Sa was bad, so maybe medyo na hurt si Zencho like, I'm a good Kai'Sa player. You should have respected me and ban out the Kai'Sa, but for BE, they didn't go for that. Maybe now they're feeling the heat from Zencho's revenge. So, medyo short plus tayo mga summoners. So, pasensya na po dun sa technical difficulties on our side. We do apologize, but we really want to bring back the game here, but it comes down to a point how this game will play out because on the game 2, things are looking really, really good for Archangel.
Yeah, and na sabi ko kanina, talagang push and pull tong game na to. Na at first, yeah, Archangel at the lead, then Barcy. Ngayon, bumalik na ulit sa Archangel yung lead because of the few fights that they won. And sabi ko kanina na Barcy makes these small mistakes, and they did. And Archangel capitalized on it so well. And I didn't realize at first na talagang naging ticking time bomb yung bot lane, that Zencho would slowly get these items hanggang kaya na niyang i-1v1 si Lando. I think Lando was feeling that. That's why he took that 1v1.
I think to all our viewers still watching here, thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, you did see what happened on the bot lane, Zencho and Lando. You could feel the heat that happened between them. And now looks like Archangel may force until the 4th game. Who knows? Because if they do win this, it'll be a 1-1 moving on to our 3rd game.
Yeah, and yung mga ganitong moments kapag sa best of 5 tapos naging 1-1, it just feels like a best of 3. Kalimutan mo na yung first 2 games, reset kayo, think of how we can win the best of 3 now.
But when it comes to resetting, and of course we do have to take account how things went down in game 1, because we do mention it is a best of 5. It's like building a story towards the victory in our upper bracket, because we saw in game 1 Archangel tried something. They said looks like it didn't work out well, we know what to do next time. It creates that learning pattern that Archangel's picking up, and maybe in the succeeding games could BE now go for a possible ban towards the Kai'Sa from Zencho, seeing how it is being played out.
Yeah, and also talking about the story of these 2 teams, imagine then that for Archangel, they lost Marky, probably one of their best players when they were still TNE. And now to reach the national qualifiers for Conquerors, that is a huge step for them.
That's a huge statement too, I would say.
Yes.
Saying it right now, that's a huge statement. That if you do lose one of your key players or your star players, it will affect the team. Without a doubt, that's common sense. all throughout in the competitive scene. But now, looks like we're still experiencing some in-game pauses on our side. We really do apologize, summoners. Oh, I guess I gotta take it back. As we're now going back to this game 2 of Varsity Esports on the blue side versus Archangel on the red side. Kill scores 13-15 for those just tuning in. And now we're seeing rather 5-man push, strong push in the bot lane.
Yeah, the siege for Archangel right now is happening since they
Baron
have
and
the
Power
Baron.
minions too.
Yeah, and they're streaming now to the base. Let's see if Archangel pulls the trigger right here.
Okay. Archangel just trying to look for the right time, but you know the thing about here, Apple, medyo delicado si Archangel. Yeah, same for BE. It's all about missteps. You step too close, you get blocked on by the Lissandra, you get taunted by Lando. Lando's flash is almost up in cooldown. Maybe they're waiting for it. Maybe they're still banking on the flash taunt. But for Archangel, they're not having it just yet. They're forcing Emperor to go back to the fountain, regenerate some health, and recall and reset there. And looks like for Archangel will now force themselves in towards the inhibitor. Redemption was used for that mini heal. Oh, a huge heal for that reset. Forge God is available for Ivers in case BE goes too aggressive. Okay, it'll be them to engage. Emperor does dodge it away. Tidal Wave is coming in, crashing it down, does not reach. Medyo bitin yung
Emperor!
Tidal Wave. Emperor really close to death.
Yeah, and ang galing ni Zenji din patamahin tong W on that Kaisa. Nakailang beses diretso si Emperor yung sumalo nun. Kaya hindi maka-engage tong Varsity Esports, and really good job from Archangel getting out of their clean lead.
I mean, that's great. I mean, no kills happen. What doesn't matter. We took down the inhibitor. That's what we wanted to do this whole time. And Archangel now in the control in the bot lane, so perhaps they are quite in control in terms of going for the next Drake, but looks like BE will be the ones to go and take it away. They don't want to give a fourth stack because that is just ridiculous on a Kaisa. I mean, fourth stack Drake plus Elder on a Kaisa. Sakit yun.
Kasama pa ng Zoe.
Oh, walang kwenta yung armors mo. Walang kwenta yung resistance because that's so much shred.
Yeah, and a nice bonus para sa Varsity Esports getting that Ocean Drake, but at this point in the game, hindi na ganun ka-importante ang Ocean Drake because their region doesn't really matter.
It's about denying a fourth stack at this point. Because the next Drake, guys, you can see on your screens, Elder Drake. Note that dun sa mga just tuning in for now, the Baron was taken away by Archangel. With that Baron empowered buff, they did manage to take down, as you can see on your screens, the bottom lane was shredded. Now they're focusing on the top lane where the Baron buff just expired after that clash.
Yeah, and after like 20 minutes of farming for Zencho, nandito na siya, kasama na siya sa teamfight, and Archangel looking for the fight.
Going for the force shot, two-man lock them, going on to Emperor. He does flash over the wall to escape, but he does meet the eyes of Nami for the last hit there. What a pop, what a burst to Emperor. This is bad. This is really bad for Varsity Esports because they've lost Emperor, their potential lockdown, and for them to try and defend the coming waves here, Rox really just impatient, and Trevor doing his best to land those bubbles.
Man, Vulcan, that happened so fast, that pop. I didn't even see which hit him, but
I'm pretty sure yung a mix of all things, a mix of flavors, as you said before, that happened dun sa wall. I mean, we did see Emperor go over the wall, so anything can happen when you're pinned against the wall. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, looks like Toronto did catch it there. Low on health. Inhibitor is the focus. He's going in for the flag. He's going in hard, and Venus gets the shield. Not enough for the shield. Lando is not trapped between four members, forcing him out to go for the flash. Emperor joining him here, locking him down with a frozen 2. What a burst coming from Emperor, but that won't be enough here because as you can see, they're still going out to Emperor. The turrets are doing the works, and they go too greedy. Looks like Emperor is happy with that. He did get at least 2 members. They cannot go anymore for the end because they overstepped. And now we're seeing Shana going in for some measures to just back things off here. Flashes away. Oh, sayang ng battle. Sorry, so if that had hit on the Shana, that would have been an instant kill. But Emperor's back from the fountain. They did stop. Let me catch my breath here. Archangel from that top lane because, man, Apple, you saw how extended that fight was. Even a tower dive under the next turret.
Yeah, and si Zencho, nararamdaman na niya yung lakas niya. Meron na siyang 4 items and whoa, he does have this Zonias, tas meron pa siyang QSS. So, kahit pumasok siya sa laban, medyo namin siyang ways to survive. Pero ang sakit na talaga at this point ng burst damage ng Kaisa. And see in this replay, Varsity was being slowly poked down. Grabe yung artillery na damage coming from that Zoe and from that AP Kaisa. And Archangel was looking for the fight, possibly to end this game. Liar right there, got hit twice again by Zen. Essential talaga ang galing magpatama nitong W niya. And it really fits how he's playing this AP Kaisa at the moment. And he does get a double kill, but he gets bursted down.
This was weird.
Weird. Actually, yung inaantay ko, akala ko penta na ba ito ni Zencho? But yeah, Coops falling right there from the tower, and Archangel just going for that inhibitor, ending that fight.
I do want to point out how Emperor survived there. It was thanks to Shauna. The shield from the Karma was the Inspire was more than enough to help him survive that burst. So okay for now. BE still in the game here, 50 to 90 kill score. The Baron is live right now. Inhibitors down in the bottom lane and also in the top.
Archangel is in that Baron at the moment.
Going in for them slight contest. They're trying to scan out the members. I heard the trumpets of the gods. Looks like they will go for a slowdown here. Teleport coming in with a stand unit onto Venus. Going on to Ivan. Let's get the shield there. They're going on to Coops. Liar takes him down. You can see him on the side. Sancho is on the brush. So can he go for some cleanup? He's going in for some sneaky moves around the map. Looks like they will be happy to back up because the minions are crashing into the Nexus base while BE now quickly responding. No, they're not. They're staying. They're staying for the Baron. This is very risky for Barcy Esports, and Archangel will challenge that contest for the Baron. Looks like trouble going into the first step. Lando going in onto Rush, zoning him out. Central looking for the right time. Looks like Lando gets some knock up to the air by the Orange. Trevor going in from Pope onto the members. Looks like the Baron playing in a favor of Archangel. And also Archangel just stole the Baron. This could be a possible end because the Nexus turrets are getting chipped down by the minions. And for Archangel, they are just wiping out the members of Barcy Esports. And Zencho will be the one to get the ace for the Quadra.
Oh my god, Rox right there stealing that Baron, and that might just be game. Archangel might just get the game 2 out of this best of 5.
Look at the base in shambles. They needed to go for the contest, but that was such a high-risk scenario. They're pretty okay with it. Iva's getting some shower, some love from BE's Fountain. And now, we are now moving on to our game 3, guys, of the best of 5 series in our upper bracket.
Yeah, and it's a 1-1 score for Barcy Esports and Archangel. And grabe, that was a super risky call from Barcy trying to get that Baron. But I thought at first, oh, Barcy isn't in a good spot. They might be getting this since Trevor is really low. But ang ganda din ng patience ng Archangel. Just try to another push and pull from these teams. And eventually, they got that Baron.
I gotta love what happened dun sa Baron. I mean, for me, that was one of my memorable moments in our game 2. The fact that when it comes to BE, they knew it because, I mean, we gotta take this Baron. If we lose this Baron, it's better that we lose 2 Nexus. At least we have to do something here.
Yeah.
They went for it. A bit too risky. Was very low from the initial Baron start. And Zencho, Akaisa can easily clean up that fight.
Yeah, and grabe din talaga si Zencho that whole game after he got his items. Yung Void Seeker, was it a Void Seeker? No, that's a double yun ni Kaisa. He would always hit his targets, especially yung carries. It was either Liar or Emperor, and it would just give them the towers, give them the objectives, but eventually won them the game.
So I guess this wraps up our second game. Coming from our game 1, looks like Archangel knows what to do for now. Let's hope that BE, can they try and learn something from our game 2 as we will move on to our third game for the best of 5 series here. So there you guys have it. That's been the game. My name is Volker. With me was Apple, Crazy Apple. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Globe Conquerors Manila Promotionals. We hope you still stay tuned towards our third game after the short break. See you there. Forces coming in, going on to the center, does dodge from the knockoff. Isola was in place to say, but Trevor was there from the flank, going out to Toronto, pops the power star. Looks like Venus will be taken down by Rocks, and meanwhile Liar will be sniping. Sniping Nanami was going for outside. Emperor does get locked down by the title whip, and he does buy some time. Will the 2, he does buy enough for him to take down Cook. Could this be the reverse? He can go for the triple. Isola is there for himself. They're chunked, they're clipped in, but oh, what a deny from Ivan. Palms to stage and stopwatch is gone. Does not buy enough time for Trevor to go in here. And now a shift in from the Ezra's tough game down. And the shift in and the Trevor. Oh, wanted to go for the escape, but in the end, that is going to be an easy pickup for on to Century. Does back off. Now it's going to be a fight here as Ivan is taking the shots from the Eltra. Look at Flash was burned by Lando. Too much heat there. Rox going in there. Oh, a flash shot to reverse everything here. Rox has been removed. Go for a flash by Trevor. Right now they're going on to a two-man Lando by Ivan, but in the end, only Lando taking a double kill in the Riverside. I'm okay with it. Lando's transport is not present in the spire. Looks like Archangel will be wrapping out here with picking up Emperor and the Trundle. Venus, instead of Trundle, catches there. Low on health. Inhibitor is the focus. He's going in for a flag. He's going in hard, and Venus gets the shield. Not enough for the shield. Lando is not trapped between four members, forcing him out to go for the flash. Emperor joining him, locking him down with a frozen 2. What a burst coming from Emperor, but that won't be enough here because as you can see, they're still going out to Emperor. The turrets are doing the work, and they go too greedy. Looks like Emperor is happy with that. He did get at least 2 members. They cannot go anymore for the end because they overstepped. Going to the first step. Lando going in onto Rush, phoning him out. Central looking for the right time. Looks like Lando gets some knocked up to the air by the Orange. Trevor going in from Pope onto the members. Looks like the Baron playing in the favor of Archangel. And also Archangel just stole the Baron. This could be a possible end because the Nexus turrets are getting chipped down by the minions. And for Archangel, they are just wiping out the members of Varsity East Coast, and Zencho will be the one to get the ace. But that was such a high-risk scenario. They're pretty okay with it. Iva's getting some shower, some love from the East Fountain. And now, we are now moving on to our Game 3, guys, of the best of 5 series. In our upper bracket.